What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to my favorite festival here at Epcot, the International Flower and Garden Festival. So it is Saturday, which we rarely ever come to the parks on the weekends, mostly because we're locals and we know that most of the other locals end up showing up, and the parks, yeah, they tend to be really, really busy. But we're here today, and I think we actually might luck out just a little bit as far as the crowd levels go. All of the parks were available for park reservations today, and it's looking like it could possibly be raining or want to rain, which might be why there might not be as many people here. So hopefully we'll see as we get deeper into World Showcase what the lines actually look like. Thank you. So on our garden graze here, if you flip to the very back of your festival book, they have all of the options laid out here on the page. And it's nice because it gives you the layout, but it's not nice because it's not really in any like sequential order whatsoever. It's just kind of, they're just kind of on the page. And we are starting here over by Test Track. We are starting with the Avocado Toast, which in the menu here says that it is new. Looks really great. It has a beautiful color to it with avocado all smashed out across there. And then we've got the tomatoes, the flour. It's really beautiful. Looks really nice. So let's dig in for our first little bite here. It's a little soggy. An incompletely cut. Oh boy, this is going to be a mess.
Bro, what are you doing?
It's really good. The smashed avocado in there has some nice saltiness to it, a little bit of a seasoning, maybe a little bit of garlic in there, and then balanced really well with the rest of the vegetables. So this is always like one of my favorite items to get when we come to Flower and Garden Festival because it's good. And it tastes great. It's definitely worth being on the menu as far as something that you should definitely get while on the garden graze. Now, along the way here for the garden graze, you'll see these at most of the booths, specifically the ones that have the garden graze items, which is going to list everything out that you can get and where you can get them. And remember, the completer is a surprise back at the Pineapple Promenade. Maybe the grilled street corn on the cob with the without the plant-based.
So yeah, just 4 more I'll take it.
Thank you very much.
Here you go.
Thank you. So our next stop along the garden graze here is at Florida Fresh. Now this would be as if you were coming up the main walkway here into the World Showplace, start of World Showcase area. So Florida Fresh here has some really great items, but they have the corn here. And we have got, this is the grilled street corn. Let me go to the actual menu. Don't worry, I'll find it here at some point. Here we go. All right. So we have got the grilled street corn here with a savory garlic spread and a spicy corn and spicy corn chips. So they have 2 different options that you can actually choose from here. And this option, I guess I didn't realize it was going to be coated in like this crunchy, spicy chips. I didn't really know what to expect. But the other option that you can get is the cotija cheese, which is plant-based. So you don't have to worry about it being dairy. And basically they just dip it in the cheese and then you don't have the chips. So 2 different options for you to get if you don't like spicy stuff. I'm not sure that I'm going to like this because I normally am not a huge spicy fan.
Why don't you just eat over your plate?
Grilled street corn. I mean, it is what it is. It's corn. It's not new. Like, it's not something that's like over the top as far as like crazy good, delicious stuff goes. But it is still really good. And I love the texture that the spicy chips add to it. It's not super hot. It does kind of get you in the, like at the back of your mouth after you've like had it, like let it sit for a few seconds. But as far as like spiciness level goes, I think it's pretty low. And I think most people would really enjoy the flavor of the spiciness rather than it being like super hot. So it's pretty good. And I think they actually do still put a little bit of that cheese on it to allow, I guess this is the garlic spread, so never mind. I take that back. just the garlic spread, then the chips. Really good. Oh my gosh. And just like that, it's almost all been removed from the center of the lake. That is unbelievable.
Sad. Harmonious was such a good show.
It took months to get that thing up and going, and it's gone almost overnight. That is unbelievable. So we are now almost halfway through the Flower and Garden Festival here in Epcot. It actually is going to be about halfway in May. This runs all the way till July 5th, which is then going to make way for the Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival, which, let's be honest, is basically the same thing as Flower and Garden Festival without the flowers, a lot more wine, and just some different food to choose from. But all in all, if you're wondering about like what the Garden Graze is and how it really works, it's changed over the last few years. And this year you actually have 10 different food options that you can choose from. And what's really nice about that is it just gives you a little bit more variety, and it gives you some different places to choose from. In the past, you've only had 5 options to choose from at 5 different locations here in World Showcase. This year, they've actually expanded those locations to be here at the front of the park. There's actually one over in the land. So you can, venture out and have, again, more variety to choose from. Now, what I think is really, really great about the Garden Graze in general here at Epcot is that it does, in some ways, kind of force you to really expand and maneuver deeper into World Showcase. I think over the years, they've always had a lot of issues with getting families specifically deeper into the park around World Showcase. And really that's because there haven't been a lot of attractions and things like that. But, now with Frozen and Remy's Ratatouille, and these kind of like little grazing festivals, or these little grazes they do across all the festivals, really helps to get people out and about and moving deeper into the park. So that's what we're gonna do now. We could stay up here and get a few other options, but I wanna go back to Germany because I wanna get a potato pancake with applesauce. And Taylor will disagree with me, but it is the better way to go with a potato pancake.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey guys.
How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Hi.
It's been a long time.
It looks so cute, but I just can't imagine wearing this around the bed.
All right, so we've got our potato pancakes from Germany over here. Taylor, when was the last time you had potato pancake?
In actual Germany. And it was the best potato pancake I've ever had. They made it right in front of me and had the garlic cream sauce. It was so good.
It's much better with applesauce, but...
Yeah. They had one with garlic cream up there. But you got the one with applesauce.
I did. It's just always a really great combination of savory and sweetness with the applesauce. I am a more traditional applesauce kind of person, so I like it to be a little less sweet, but still really good. Potato pancakes are potato pancakes. They're not like super crazy. They're a pretty easy dish to make. I think that these could use a little bit of salt in them, but other than that, it still is a good little snack for you. It comes with 2 pancakes with the applesauce, and you could easily spread that over both pancakes if you wanted to, and split it between 2 people. So, pretty good. So another thing about the Garden Graze here is, if you haven't been able to quite tell just yet, all of the options are vegan friendly. So there's no meat or anything like that. And for the most part, a lot of them feel pretty light, except for whenever you get to like the desserts. Because there is one dessert. I think there actually might be more than that. There's a couple this year. I guess one of the options is that's not light. I think when I think of vegan food, I think like not very heavy dishes, so to speak. I think of like things that are a little bit lighter to consume. However, boneless Impossible Korean short ribs aren't really a light dish. That will be a little bit heavier. Along with like the Impossible Lumpua, the cookies and cream chocolate mousse cup. Obviously, those are a little bit more calorie dense, a little heavier, but still nonetheless are really, really good. So I think we're going to take a little detour here because I want to walk into Japan. It's been a really long time since we've actually been back here inside of the pavilion, and even actually gotten to like really go through and walk through the shop. The shop is a really cool place. you know, if you're walking through World Showcase, you need a break from the heat, need a break from the rain. Japan is a great place to kind of take a break from the sun and even from the people a little bit. Oh, I never realized this, that they actually have sake over here. And they have all different kinds of sake. This is really cool.
Sparkling peach? Sparkling mixed berry?
Yeah, I never knew this. Some of them are pretty expensive too.
Like serving?
Oh, yeah, like, yeah, to pour your sake into. That's cool. And they even, I showed this a little bit ago, but they have this sake handbook as well. I kind of want to get some. But maybe not. Maybe we'll pass on it this time. They have all kinds of chopsticks that you can get in here as well, which is kind of cool.
Crying out loud, I need my own chops. Oh, Josh, look at these
cool
ones.
Teapots.
Josh, these ones are like purple.
They're what? No, Taylor, you need these ones over here.
No, I don't.
You need training chopsticks.
I know how to use chopsticks. That's rude. If they had Pikachu on them, I'd get them though.
It is super busy in here right now.
Trying to catch them all right now.
I thought they were supposed to start the oyster thing again. Do you need a plush?
Huh?
Do you need a plush?
Yeah, what's this one called? I forget.
Hello. May I do the short rib and the chocolate cake, please? That's everything.
Really?
I'm digging the cake out right now.
Thanks.
You guys enjoy, okay?
Thanks. So my last stop here along our food graze or garden graze is at Trowel and Trellis, which is located here behind me. It's hosted by Impossible. Impossible is a brand that makes impossible meats, so everything is meatless. And I decided to go with the boneless Impossible Korean short rib and the chocolate cake with black currant ganache mixed with berry compote and chocolate ice cream, and it was all really great. You know, again, I've had the short rib before. It's pretty good. It's pretty close as far as flavors go to what a short rib would taste like. The texture is always going to be a little bit off because you just can't mimic that type of texture a lot of times. But balanced out really well with the chocolate cake, which was really nice, not super heavy, a little bit on the lighter side. And the berry compote had this like nice little bit of like citrus sourness to it. I'm not sure where it comes from, but it was really great. So all in all, pretty good. Now, something else to take note of is that I actually have 2 of the same stamps. So for my first 3 stamps, I actually went to 3 different places, but the last 2, I got them at the same place. So you could actually get, if you really wanted to just eat, let's say that black, or if you just wanted to eat the chocolate cake from Trowel and Trellis 5 times, you could get it stamped 5 times from Trowel and Trellis of just the chocolate cake. There's no restrictions on that. And what's really cool is I even heard a cast member say that if, let's say you come multiple times and you have 5 different books with 5 stamps in it, you can take all 5 of your books to the window over here and they will combine them all into one so that you can still get your completer. I always want to say completer cookie because that's where it all got started. But it's time to go see what the special surprise is. So let's go get it. All right, so our last stop here is at the Pineapple Promenade, or Promenade, and it's a pretty long line. Are there any flowers left?
No, they're brown. I'm gonna make your redemption real quick.
Oh, okay.
Give me 2 seconds.
I was just asking if there are any flowers.
Take one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you're seeing the border right
So for the completer, which I've already started into, is a little dull kind of soft serve. And it's lime flavored, so pretty good. This is basically the same thing they've been doing for the last couple of years, but it is kind of cool because you get this cup that, you know, obviously says Garden Graze on it and Flower and Garden Festival. Now, it would be really cool if they would put the date on it, because it would make it, you know, just that much more kind of like special, limited edition-ish, so to speak. But all in all, still pretty cool.
Is it glass or plastic?
No, it's plastic. It's not glass. So you can wash it out and throw it in your bag or something like that, and take it home with you and not worry about it breaking. So it's a cool little kind of freebie souvenir from the festival and from Epcot. So we also got the violet lemonade, frozen violet lemonade, and just, yeah, I'm not trying to complain, but I do have a bone to pick, which is that typically they serve it with an edible flower on top, the violet, which just makes it better for pictures. I asked the cast member if I could get one on top because she gave it to me without one. She told me that all the flowers were brown. And of course, then the next person that comes out, she gives them a brand new, not pre-made one with flowers on it. So, you know. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for us here today at Epcot. We had a really great time, ate some good food, and got to walk around and explore a little bit more of Epcot with the Garden Graze, which is really great and fun. So all in all, each item on that menu is going to cost you between $5.50 and $6 the whole way around. And at the end, you get some really good lime Dole Whip. And it is pretty good, especially on a really hot day. Today we got really lucky, being overcast, hasn't been super intense. So definitely something to look forward to. Give it a try. Let us know if you've done it before. And of course, as always, we will see you in the next one.